Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to it. We're back on the mic. We are back live for the Western Canadian CCS Championships broadcast out of the Acadia Rec Center here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is myself, Grant, sitting beside the one and only Stephanie Toy. We're going to bring you all the action. We have the ladies' advanced final going on. It is Tony Sakamoto versus Joanne Ashton. Share it up, guys. It's going to be a barn burner.
This is going to be a good one. We're in for a treat.
I agree. Hello, Neil.
These ladies have kind of battled through. Joanne just beat out Marianne McConnell from the BC area. So Marianne goes out in third place, took home $250. This is for second place, $500. And the winner is going to take home $750 plus an entry into next year's tournament.
Not a bad little chunk of change.
Tony is in the hot seat. Joanne's coming around from the B side. So Joanne actually has to beat Tony twice. It's going to be difficult. Both these girls can kill it.
A tough accomplishment, but Joanne is also a ladies pro player for the WPBA.
She has her experience on the table, that is for sure.
Absolutely.
But Tony is right up there.
Oh.
I think that if Tony dedicated the time and really put her mind to it, I think that she could be
will be
right alongside Joanne.
You bet. And how's it going, George? And Kenneth, more than welcome. We apologize for the intermittent commentary. Myself, I will be playing at some point. I got picked up on a team here, so I'll be playing at some point. However, for the meantime and in between time, I'll be sitting in on the microphone with Stephanie. But she'll be the main lady in charge today.
Yeah, that's right.
It's no different from any other day for me. And once again, guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out, smash that share button.
I smashed it.
Lan says she smashed it. Now, if everybody else follows suit, share it to any of the pool groups that you're members of, invite your friends, your family, enemies. We'll do it all. We'll entertain anybody. We're on it.
So Tony just missed her cut on the 12 ball into the side. Did no favors to Joanne, though. She's got a tough opener here.
Oh, nice shot. Not only does she make that 2 ball, but takes out that 8 ball, opens up the 7 ball. Really nice shot.
I can hear the wheels turning.
Yeah. The 3 ball will pass the 13 into this bottom left-hand corner. Really, everything has a home. It's a matter of controlling the rock. Control the rock from here, play your shape.
Just work out the escape plan here.
Does the 1 ball pass between that 12-5? Or is she going for the 5? For the 5. Oh, wow. That took a little bit of a button hook. Hello, Randy Strong. How are you, sir? Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
So Joanne's got a couple of options here. The 1 ball to the top right pocket. I'm not sure if it goes easily into the right side. Might be a little tight.
I think I like your first call. Take the 1 up to the top right-hand corner, off the rail. That'll give her options on the 3, the 7, and the 4 ball.
The 4 ball, she can actually take the 4 ball right now too in the left-hand side, but you lose the cue ball a little bit.
Nice shot. So now she'll have the 4 ball.
4 to the 3, yeah.
Yep.
The
4
3 ball goes in and off the 13 there.
And a Nice little stun shot when she plays that 3 ball, put her nice on the 7 ball.
Yeah, she's worked this out real nice.
Well, hello, Robert from Odessa, Texas. Thanks for tuning in. Just waking up and pool for breakfast. That is the best way. Nice shot from Joanne there. Nice control of the rock. 7 ball, bottom right. A little bit of a draw. Play last pocket with the 8 ball.
Yeah, Joanne's making a couple of faces here. She didn't quite get the angle that she wanted. She's gonna have to make the angle here a little bit for the 8 ball.
Yeah, just a nice little touch draw. Not quite hard enough.
She's not perfect, but it'll do.
It'll do. She won't have any problems. The
It'll
only thing
do.
you got to watch here is the cue ball going off the 15 into that side pocket.
No problemo.
Kind of sort of something like that.
No problemo.
But she pulls it off. She draws first blood, 1-0. We haven't gotten that 4-letter word yet.
But it is gray, and that wind is pretty cool.
It is cool for sure. Well, hello, Bev Ashton.
Hello, automatically translated.
Miss Beverly, where are you?
Right?
I feel like you should be here watching in person.
Doing some rooting. And hello, Nigel Bennett. How are you, sir?
It's funny how that works. Hey, Nigel, is you see one and you hear the other. They're never too far apart.
Yeah, right, Terry? Snow is a 4-letter word. We don't say that word, even though I just did. Hey, we're doing really well, Tim. How are you? Eating cheesecake.
We like cheesecake.
Beverly Ashton. I kind of like cheesecake.
Living the dream. All you Brits stay together.
Right? It's like a
Maybe
clan.
it's that Aussie accent.
The Aussie accent. I think you might have that a little mixed up.
I always tease Joanne and Bev because I know they can't stand it.
Yeah.
So it's a little ribbing,
A little bit.
a little healthy ribbing. They know I love them.
So, Tony at the table. Ball in hand. Now, this is world standard rules. Therefore, it is on the line or in the kitchen.
So for those of you who are not aware, the world standardized rules is kind of like if VNEA and BCA had a little rule baby,
They had a love child.
yeah, you'd end up with world standardized rules. It's kind of like a mix in between the two.
Indeed. Hello, Richard from Ohio. Thanks for tuning in. Hamza, my man. It has been a minute. Hamza joins us from Pakistan. Thanks for tuning in again, my man. Much appreciated.
Yes, that was a barn burner there, Bev. That was about a 3-hour match for an even race to 6. It was lengthy. It was very calculated.
Buddy, we just lost. We're in the B
Okay.
I'm not really sure, Terry. I'm not sure. We're not familiar here in Calgary with the APA rules. That's something, that's one charter we do not have here. But CCS is world standardized. Whoops, a little heavy on the weight.
Oh, Tim.
Good afternoon, Rob. Thanks for joining us today.
Only around 97 degrees where Tim is at.
Do you even know how warm that is?
Yes. That is
We're metric
approximately
here.
approximately 32 degrees.
Is that right?
Yes.
I don't know if I trust you.
I'm okay. Anybody else out there want to verify that 97 degrees Celsius is roughly 32 degrees?
You know what?
Or, sorry, 97 Fahrenheit is 32
I
degrees.
sleep better when it's cool outside.
No way.
Grant's
Terrible.
like,
I'm a heat monger.
yeah, Grant's like the devil. He would much rather be sleeping and sweating. I would much rather have like 10 blankets.
Not me. Very painful when studies do not allow a player to watch the game you love. Hey, you're on now. You're getting your fix. We'll entertain you, my man. Well, see, 36.
See, you don't even know.
It was an
You don't
approximate.
even know.
I said it was an approximate.
Okay, so Joanne gets a turn at the table here, but Tony did not do her any favors. Left her tough.
Yeah, she is
And
in
this
tough.
makes a great player. You know, when you have a difficult shot, the first thing you should be looking for is a good safety or make them work for it.
Wow, you couldn't even watch the World Snooker Championships. Also, the U.S. Open 9-ball just finished up.
Yeah, I'm going
Josh
through a
Filler.
little bit of withdrawal today. I can't lie. All week we've been watching the U.S. 9-ball here on my laptop just to the left. And I have to apologize if the commentating was a little bit dicey at times. It was very distracting,
A little bit.
I will say.
Steph kind of forgot at times that we actually are running
Yeah,
a stream
well,
of our own.
I'm lucky I just didn't drop a whole bunch of F-bombs.
Oh, no, you've done that before. I think the viewers are becoming acclimated to you dropping F-bombs.
Thanks, Aaron. I don't know why the Americans just refuse to go metric. Go metric. It would make it so much easier. I will let Joanne know that you're rooting for her, though.
Hey, sounds good. Thanks for tuning in, Terry. We certainly appreciate it. And once again, guys, if you are just tuning in, smash that share button, share it up.
Thanks, Terry. Have a great time, and I'm sure we'll catch you later. We're going to be here for the rest of the night. We'll be here for probably approximately another 10 hours or so tonight.
Yeah.
So
We'll be here for a little bit.
don't be shy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. It's he was kind of my pick for, well, my hopeful pick to win it. But at the same time, when you're in a room full of 256 of the heaviest hitting pool players on the planet, to finish the way he did is not a bad thing. Nice shot from Tony. Does she get some shape?
No. Overhitting, underhitting, overhitting, underhitting.
She's still trying to acclimate to the speed of the table.
Yeah,
I
just
think.
struggling with the weight a little bit. I would assume that that's going to dissipate here very quickly. I will give you that,
Deep
Aaron.
fry water. Wow.
I will give you that. We wish you guys all the best, whatever that means, however it happens. We as Canadians have our own problems,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. We don't need to make this a political stream, though. But yeah, we hear you. We're kind of dealing with the same type of issue.
good hit for Tony. Great
Yeah,
hit.
really nice hit. Leaves Joanne a little bit off angle on that 13 ball. Really not a lot to shoot at here. She's going to have to bring a nice back cut on that 13 ball.
So Joanne does have a shot here on this 13, however, and it would actually help her a little bump out on her 11-10.
I don't know if she'll hit the 11-10. I think she's going to go into the 6.
I think off the 6, bump into the back end of the 10, like somehow that 11-10 gets rubbed open a little bit.
Hopefully.
But it is risky because that 8 ball is very close, and so that's always always a mayday shot.
Yeah. Erin, I hate to tell you, my girl, but you, as well as us, we are not normal.
Oh, that was a nice shot by Joanne. Just opted for the safety.
We're just the good kind of crazy.
You've already adopted you as Asian, so all Asians are crazy.
I can't hear.
I said, we adopted you as Asians, so all us Asians are crazy.
Right?
No. Grant cannot be classified as Asian. He's way too picky about his food.
He knows how to play MJ.
I know how to play MJ.
He knows
And
how to
for
play
those
Big Two.
for those that don't know, Steph Toy is Chinese. She is my wife. I am Canadian. However, I have a better Chinese accent than she does.
Damn right he does.
Yet he refuses to eat like 98% of Chinese food.
Yeah, have you seen what you eat? That can't be considered food.
Grant refuses to try dim sum. I don't understand. It's not ethical. But Tony's worked this out real nice here.
Oh,
Just got to
yes.
hold it together for a couple more balls.
It's a matter of working out the 8. I think she's got to draw back pretty much to where she's at. I don't know if it goes by the 11. But the way that she hit that, it must go. And it does.
Sure does. And Tony's on the board. This is going to be neck and neck the whole time. This
I
is not going to
agree.
be a runaway by any means.
Okay, wait, Aaron. It depends on what dim sum you're talking about. Whether it's the white version of dim sum
I
or
don't-
the authentic Chinese version of
Okay,
dim
there
sum.
is no white version of dim sum.
Okay, well then,
There's a white version of
answers that.
Chinese food. Grant loves Chinese food as long as it's like deep fried chicken balls, the sweet and sour sauce, fried rice or ginger beef, things like that.
Pork
he will
dumplings.
not try. Yeah,
Chicken fried rice.
the chicken fried rice and the chicken chow mein.
all the good stuff.
Yeah,
But you can put a hold on like chicken feet and the what's the blood called?
the
Blood cubes?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
coagulated.
y'all can keep that.
Okay, and I'm not telling you that there isn't some strange things. However, 90% of dim sum is like pork dumplings and noodle rolls.
Nope,
Aaron,
can't
it
do
just like I can't get it through my head how he will eat an entire bag of dumplings that you get from like Safeway,
Yep.
but he will not go for dim sum, which is dumplings. He loves dumplings, but yet he will not eat like a pork meatball wrapped in a noodle. He
No,
refuses.
but wait, okay. So, listen, I'll call it my heritage or my background of where my ancestors come from is Ireland and Scotland, and therefore meat and potato. Simple. Just give me the meat, give me the potato. I put a smile on my face, You're happy. I'm happy. Everybody wins.
Aaron, it boggles my mind and it gets me riled up. I can't contain myself.
I am secretly American. And here's why that makes sense to me, Aaron, is I love the heat. And so when I was born, somebody messed up the purchase order and sent myself to Canada as opposed to somewhere down in the States where it's warm.
Oh, you guys don't know what you're missing. I think that you guys just need to go for dim sum with the right people, and you will love it. If you like noodles and you like dumplings and delicious gravies, you got to go for dim sum. I think
Evan,
you just got to
Evan
give it a
knows.
shot. You got to
Look,
give it a
Evan,
shot.
Evan knows, man. Bring on shepherd's pie. That's like dessert to me.
And I'm not saying I don't love a good shepherd's pie. I do. But the point is, I will try it.
Taro root dumplings, curried octopus.
See, and I,
Nope.
Lorene,
I'm
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I would never trick him like that.
Oh, not if you want to live and tell about it.
And I've tried to give him the, tried to get him to try some of the desserts. It's not really up his alley because, like, the sweeter it is, the better it is for him.
Course.
And Chinese desserts are very
Bland. There's no point
Yeah,
even
they're-
eating Chinese dessert
yeah.
because it's just nothing. I may as well eat bread
Asians are very
with
like
no butter.
they don't want it too rich because they
Yeah.
want to eat more. Whereas you, like, if it's got less than a 3,000 calorie count, it's no good.
Well, and if it doesn't have chocolate on it, add the chocolate. It don't matter. It don't matter what the dessert is. You add chocolate to it. Now I'm a fan.
All right, let's get back to the game here. It's
All right.
a
Yeah,
bit
we
of
kinda-
a bit of a tangent.
We kind of went off on a small
It's
tangent.
making me hungry.
Yes, because now I don't know what the score is. Score's 1-1? Okay. Good.
Lorene, I have tried that method. Just like have a bite. He won't even have a bite. He's so stubborn. Like,
What, is this new to you?
Yeah.
You've been with me now for, 15 years? And you're, just finding this out now?
I'm not, and Nigel, nail on the head. Says I'm being racist. I'm not being racist. I'm open to it. I will give it a shot. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And that's what I'm trying to tell my kids. Just
Todd
give
says
it
for
a
each-
try. You don't know what you're missing out on.
Todd says for each food I try, he'll give me $50.
Yes, Todd.
Todd knows the way to my heart.
Yeah. I would just really like him to try it. But he's being so close-minded. And I really do think that he
Listen,
would love it.
It's because I know what I like. And I'm
But
comfortable
you don't know if
within
you don't
what I
try
like.
it. But you like dumplings, so why wouldn't you just go and try a different dumpling?
Because dumpling is just good. It's just awesomeness. Look at that shot from Joanne.
Wow.
What a shot.
God,
She does
so
have the in off here,
unlucky.
too.
She does, but I mean, that 4 ball was not supposed to be hanging in the pocket. This is supposed to be like a textbook. I made a fantastic shot, and I'm out on the 8. Now she actually has to do a little bit more work.
I'll tell you what, Rob. You now are my favorite viewer. That's what's up right there. A hot dog and a massage, and I tell you, a smile for days. That's what's up right there. Did you read that? Maybe read that twice.
Some hot dogs and a message. I'll give you a message.
No, he meant massage. I'm with
No,
you.
I see message.
No, Rob, I'm with you. I saw massage.
No, it's not what I read. And now you're distracting me.
From what is Joanne's going to be an amazing shot here off the
Well,
rail, off the tube.
And
off the
Aaron,
floor.
Aaron just said, "Was that a good hit?" And I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We got to pay attention to the game here.
No, a nice little shot off the rail, off the 4.
Oh,
And it's in. Uses a little bit of body English there. Steph got so excited she almost choked.
Yeah, that was a clincher. I felt my muscles tightening up on that 8 ball. Squeezed right in there.
Really nice shot.
Nigel's going to get you next year at Westerns.
Oh, no. I think he's talking about you.
I feel like Nigel's getting like a whole year of preparation to just roast me at the control desk.
I like that. I encourage that.
I'm going to have to do some,
Nigel, I absolutely give you permission to get her.
I'm going to have to do some preparation on my end. I don't know what that means, but I feel like I need to be prepared.
Well, if Nigel's involved, you know you got to be prepared.
He is good. I will give him that. Big break from Joe. Boom.
Look at that cue ball hop. Does the 3 get legs? Does the 9 get legs?
She almost had 3 or
Wow.
4 balls there.
Indeed.
So Tony's going to get an opportunity at an open table here.
Todd says the Nookie Cookie stream. That had the beginnings of it.
It was
Not
close.
Not
it was
quite
close.
there, but it was.
Some sleep deprivation, which is coming, I feel like.
Oh, it's definitely coming. That's for certain.
Now, if I'm Tony, I like low ball here.
I like low ball too because of where the 14 ball is.
Yeah, I mean, you got the
Everything
3
ha-
that's kind
everything
of
has
like
a
the
home.
blocker for the 10. The 7 is ahead of the 14 ball. The 14 ball is going to need a little bit of work. Going to have to develop something there.
I think she's going to start with the 3 ball.
The only problem that she has here is the 2, which she can get on. She just needs to be cognizant
She can
on
actually
the
get
shape there.
On the 2 by taking the 7 ball and just a touch draw off that
Yep.
side rail on top of the 15 and take the 6 to the right-hand side pocket and float just up and cut the 2 ball.
Yeah, and I said it's not that she can't get on it, but she just needs to be on the right side of
Yeah,
it. She
she's
needs to
gotta-
be aware that she needs to get on the 2.
She's got to control the rock really well on this rack.
Yeah, like I slightly was this year, Nigel.
Kinda.
I wasn't really positive on what I was getting into, but I feel like next year I could possibly be a little bit more prepared. We'll see how it goes. That was a good time. I'm not going to lie. I definitely enjoyed the company of yourself and Melinda and Scott. It was fun.
None of the tables actually have lights, Aaron. They're all the barn style.
Yeah, so this
Halogen
venue
lights.
that we're in right now is a curling arena. So they've taken all the ice out. The floor is 100% concrete. It is super slick, very smooth concrete. So a few of the players actually that I've seen over the last couple days are putting some water, just taking some water out of their water bottle, dripping a little bit on the floor and rubbing their shoes through the water puddle so that they get a little bit of traction. Because when you're far bent over a table, I guess it's happened a couple of times where your weight foot kind of slips out
Yep.
and you lose your balance a little bit. So it is super slick in here, 100% concrete. It is very loud. The walls are even concrete. They do have fairly sufficient lighting. They could turn them up a little bit more. However, they use these lights to actually melt the ice in here. So it gets
It's a little
extremely
warm.
hot. Yeah.
But
Some tables are a little bit darker than others. I think that if we were kind of a little bit more central, like 1 or 2 rows down, the lighting would be a little bit better.
Curling arena. Yeah, you guys are definitely in Canada.
We're sitting here with our Tim Hortons coffee
Tim Hortons Timbits.
and our Timbits in a curling arena, and it's about to snow outside.
You can't get much more Canadian than that.
Yeah.
Although I guess we could say a more. No doubt about it, eh?
Hoser.
Did you just call me a hoser and I laughed at it?
I like it.
I must be Canadian.
I think we probably say a little bit more than we notice.
Oh. That
She
ball
was there,
just
she
rattled
was
out.
there.
Oh, yeah, she hit that good. She hit it good. Guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out. Smash that share button. As you can tell, it is entertaining. It's a little bit of fun. Nope. No S word yet here in Calgary.
Yeah, Tony, they're calling for a little bit of a storm warning. We're supposed to get about 15 to 20 centimeters over the next couple of days.
Which is not going to happen. I will it away.
Well,
Send it up to Edmonton.
you need-
Nigel wants the snow. I know it.
You need to try harder.
Hey, are you saying I'm Canadian with that accent, Aaron? But you love my accent. I know you do. And let's be clear, Canadians don't have accents. It's y'all Americans that have the accents.
Although you do say y'all a
I do
lot
say y'all.
for
Yep.
a Canadian.
And it's because as a young kid, my mom and dad took us traveling, and we were always down in the States. I have family down in the States. We always traveled, and it kind of caught on for me to say, "What's up, y'all?"
Yeah, Adam, I heard that actually. I seen a couple of pictures on Facebook where a couple of trucks are jackknifed and whatever. So I hope you guys are at home and safe. Just checking on those Fargo rates for you. Joanne Ashton is a 609. And Tony is a 581.
That rating for Tony, though, is not.
It's a little underrated, I find.
It is a lot underrated.
I would say these guys are pretty even. Joanne maybe a little bit more ahead because she does have a little bit more experience. She's played in a lot more tournaments. But
Just a little
fairly,
more established with
yeah.
Fargo, but
fairly even.
yeah, comparatively, they would be very, very close. And if Tony does commit and puts in the time, you're going to see a lot of her, especially over the next year.
Couple more balls for Joanne here, and I like the angle she's got.
That a boy, Adam.
Nice shot. So I'm not really sure here that 2 ball could be a hindrance here. So she either
Well,
puts
she
a little
can,
inside on it, comes straight back up, or it's a
Or
valley bar box. That'll
use the-
do.
Yeah, use the 2 ball.
Joanne is a little bit stronger, Aaron, and I've seen Tony is a little bit more comfortable on a 9-foot. She's a 9-foot player.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been on a hiatus for a few years, and she's very shy. So a little bit more pressure on her being on a stream table. She's just agreed to be on the stream table over the last year, and I think she's actually been on the stream, I can probably count on one hand.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of experience being on a camera. And like
Well,
I said,
it's
her
applied.
experience is on a 9-foot.
It's applied and implied pressure.
Yeah. Well, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, right?
Absolutely.
I think that we've all been there, and I'm sure that you know this probably better than anyone, Aaron, that all those little thoughts in the back of your mind when you're just starting to kind of get known and recognized. She's struggled with that a little bit. And like I said, she's just agreed to be on the stream with us. She originally refused to be on the stream. She didn't want to. So she's been on the camera maybe just a handful of times, but does play great.
And she does make a ball on the break.
Yeah, you got it. I
And
think
what
you're going to see a little bit
really
more of
nice
her this
break.
year.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of her, let me tell you.
She's, like I said, she was on hiatus for a little while, but she's starting to get the itch again. And she
So-
just has a lot of natural ability.
Tough rack here. Ideally, she'd like to shoot the high ball here, but she doesn't have really any strong opener for high ball, so she's probably going to have to take low ball. But even the low ball start really isn't that good. You got to take the 3 ball. I don't know if she can see the 7 ball.
Yeah, tough opener here. She's making a series of questionable faces. She's thinking long and hard.
Yeah, well, she doesn't want to be down 3-1. Right? This is an important game, so either tied up 2-2 or 3-1. It's an important game.
So Joanne's going to get the chance to claim here.
But again, it's the same thing, right? With low ball, the 6 is the big problem,
Yes.
right? And ideally, again, she'd like to take high ball, so she can start with the 14 ball. But again, she's
I
going to
think
have
she's
to
actually
control
got-
that rock. Does she have the
She
13?
might actually have that 13.
Wow,
I
by the
don't-
look on the stream, it doesn't look like she's got the 13
Yeah.
at all.
If I
Yeah, she just made the grimace face.
Yeah, if I move slightly to my left, I would probably be able to see the angle a little bit better, but I'm right in her line of sight, so I don't
Yeah.
want to be moving around too much.
She had a look at it and then grimaced.
It's
She-
tight.
She thought she had it. I don't think she does.
Yeah, it's like just by a hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice shot.
It is, yep. So she'll be able to take this 11 ball into the bottom right-hand corner. Nice little controlled shot, roll it in. She'll be on to the 9 ball next.
3-1. Sorry, guys, we were just corrected. It is already 3-1.
We missed a game somewhere.
You're talking too much.
Nice little shot.
I like Joanne's chances of getting out here.
Well, this could get tricky because she's got to play this 9 ball next and control that rock. It is the key to victory here. Right, the 12 ball is not in an easy spot. I don't know how much room she's got beside the 2 ball to put that 12 ball into the top right-hand corner.
I like her chances of getting out here simply because if she takes the 9 and the 10, leaves enough angle on the 10 just to maybe come in between that 13, 12, or at least come to the backside of the 12. 12 would go to the top right. Pop off the left rail for the 13. Get rid of the 13 now. That'll work too. But Joanne controls the cue ball extremely well, and that's why I just liked her to get out on this rack. She knows how to work out those trouble balls. Super experienced, and she's super confident. And that is what's going to make you win the match sometimes. It is very tricky. But like I said, Joanne has the capability of closing this out here. Her control is really great.
And I think Joanne is so good at these type of little control shots, and it's because she does have a lot of experience. She's been playing the game a long time. I've known Bev and Joanne since I think I was 18 years old, and even back then, they knew how to play the game.
Yeah. Ooh.
Little overhit.
Slightly. Slightly, but I think she's still good.
Tricky little shot here. So she's got to play this 12 ball into the top right-hand corner and just play that a nice little weighted shot and push that 8 ball towards that right side, but not far enough where the 6 cuts her off from it.
I kind of feel like if she just puts a little bit of top on this 12 ball, she can just push that 2 ball out of the way.
Oh, she's going into the 8. Hey, you're welcome, Bevy. I speak the truth. I've known you ladies for a long
lifetime.
time. Yeah.
A lifetime. And just as a little side note too, Bev and Joanne and Tony actually used to be teammates not too long ago, just a few years ago. So they know each other well.
Wow, nice out from Joanne.
They all play great.
Thanks, Bev.
Only when we're not fighting, Bevy.
That makes it entertaining, right?
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Right,
like I said, I favor Joanne to get out there because I know that she does.
I think it's more because she's played more. She's more consistent in those little touchy-feely shots, which is what you tend to lose if you don't play a lot, right? I don't think you ever lose, the
knowledge,
shot-making ability. It's the little touchy-feely shots that
the muscle memory.
You kind of lose the touch on that. But I mean, Joanne's played certainly more in the last little bit than what she has.
She has been playing a ton.
Yeah.
Just getting back into it these days and playing every day, traveling around, hitting the road.
Yep. Would agree. How are you, Mr. Robertson?
And her game has probably been the best that I've seen in a long time.
Yep. Yeah, you got it, Andrew. The short game, just like in golf.
Joanne's hoping for a crushing break here. She wants to get to the hill first.
And look at the cue she's using.
Wow!
I recognize that cue. It is the T3 jump break cue.
She likes it.
I think she might like it.
And I believe you guys are selling raffles for that, aren't you?
We
Selling raffles for that?
we are still selling raffles for that. That is the
It's not a raffle.
A CSL Advantage Pack.
That's better.
Here's my bag.
Cannot call it a
He's
raffle.
so
It is
sticky these days.
I know, it's not a raffle though. I'll put that up on the next rack.
Yeah, we've actually had a lot of interest in these thumper cues.
You know what? Not just because they obviously are one of our sponsors. It is, as honest as I'm sitting here, the best break cue I've ever hit with. And it's also the best jump cue I've ever jumped with.
That's a big claim.
It's a massive
Because there are a
claim.
lot of options out there. But I will tell you guys, it does feel good.
It hits amazingly well.
We've had a lot of interest in them, and there's been dozens of people coming by, trying it out. We've actually had quite a few people commit to buying one.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and nobody, it's funny because you kind of get those people that doubt what it is you're doing because obviously they're a
course.
sponsor and so on
Yep.
and so forth. And I don't expect anybody to take my word. The cue, when you hit with it, will show you what it's capable
yeah,
of.
it kind of sells itself.
It does. And so I don't push it on anybody. If you want to hit with it, come and get it, take it for a test run, and then I'll take your order. We're always doing well, Pete. We are on day 4 of a 5-day run here for Q Sports Live. We do have another broadcast coming up next weekend. That'll be out of the Leather Pocket again here in Calgary. That's for the Leather Pocket in-house playoffs.
That'll be
And-
on the 7-foot diamonds.
Yes, it will. And from there, we head to Vegas. ACS,
Three
VNEA.
weeks, almost a full month.
Almost a full month. Robert, I'll tell you this. The Falcon 3-piece jump break cue was exactly the one that I started playing pool with. And I can guarantee you the T3 hits better.
No comparison.
Not even close. We'll leave here, James, on May 8th, which is a Wednesday, and we'll be in Vegas for Friday afternoon. And
They'll be
we
there
won't
for the
be back.
ACS.
Yeah, ACS and VNEA.
Then they get a few day break, and then they're there for the VNEA.
Yeah, and we don't get back until June 3rd or 4th, somewhere in there. Absolutely, Pete. We're looking forward to it. It's our first run for ACS VNEA in Vegas.
Super exciting.
They're in the match. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, just having some people trying to walk through the tournament area here. So just as a side note, guys, when you see people playing a match, they're down on a ball, it looks fairly serious, it's being televised with cameras being around. Please
Here's your sign.
don't be lazy. Walk around. It's just a couple extra steps.
Yeah. That was a really nice shot from Joanne right there.
I get
She hit
it.
that perfect.
Not everybody knows, but I feel like it's kind of our responsibility to kind of teach some pool etiquette
Yeah.
while we're sitting here. It is very distracting, and you don't want to be the reason why somebody loses a $1,000 match.
Yeah. Do we have any live matches on May 6th? Let me see. May 6th is a Monday, so it is the weekend prior to that, May 3, 4, 5, that we will be live. Speaking of orders, any word from Brandon on the Jacoby Black? Yes and no. I have talked to him, and when I talked to him,
They're working on it.
well, no, he was taking his family on a little vacay, and so he didn't have the list of people. So he said he will double check when he does get back and let me know. But I suspect with Jacoby, depending on when you got your order in, and I think, Neil, you've been on there for a little bit, I suspect they'll be coming soon.
You know, guys, we all kind of started somewhere, and sometimes you just don't really think about it, and you think it's okay, and you're just trying to get from point A to point B. But, you know, when you're in a tournament environment like this, I'm just trying to make, you know, the up-and-comers aware that there is such a thing as pool etiquette.
Yes.
things like walking through the tournament area, when there's obviously, rows of tables and the room is set up in such a way where it looks like you should walk around, you should probably walk around.
Yeah.
Things like staying seated when you're not at the table rather than standing there with your arms crossed, hovering over a table. That is also not good pool etiquette. We try to correct those little things when we're at events like this. I always try to encourage my referees to just go around and just point out these little things, because not everybody knows, and it's not common sense is not that common, as we say sometimes.
Very, very poorly named.
So I think it's important, especially if you're going to be spending a lot of time in places like this. Good to know for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been playing in the league, both Steph and I, for a really, really long time.
Longer than we care to admit.
Right. And for us, it's common sense. It's basic. But I remember coming in as a B player, as kind of a newer addition to the pool scene, where I didn't understand the pool etiquette. Very similar to golf, right? There's a lot of etiquette in golf that, unless you play with those that know the etiquette, I wouldn't know it. So that's kind of why we like to elaborate on those type of things.
Just point it out, because a lot of people just don't think of it in settings like this. So, and a lot of players, like a lot of the up and comers in the lower divisions, aspire to improve their game and kind of move up to the next division and the next division, and maybe go to a world pool, a US 9 ball, an NAPT, something, where there are actual professionals present. And if you don't know these basic etiquette rules, you are going to put a big red X on your face.
Yeah. Who makes the T3? The butt end is made by Jacoby, and the shaft is made by Richard, but you cannot order it through Jacoby.
That T3 has been very, very popular this week. So if you guys are interested in getting one, if you're in the area, you can stop by the Acadia Rec Center, take one for a test drive, or just message the page and Grant will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Joanne is on the hill first, and Joanne is coming around from the B side, so she does have to double dip, Tony. Double deep. That was my Canadian accent coming out.
That was not a Canadian accent. Nice attempt on the cover, though.
Slight tongue twister. Tony needs to be double dipped. So Joanne's in good position here on the hill first. Slightly undercut that 13 ball. Yeah, Bevy's actually hit up a lot of these tournaments this year. Taken a few road trips, gone on a few vacations, so probably limited to her time off. Herbie, I think that these players are just being very calculated. This is the final, so this is going to be first and second place. And I think there's a big difference in slow play or being very calculated and sure.
Well, you want to be sure. This is the finals.
Yeah, this isn't
like you're playing at your bar.
Yeah.
And that being said, let's do our best. Keep the comments positive, guys.
I welcome you. If you think that you can do and play better, come on down. Make sure you bring your wallet. These girls like to gamble. Yeah, and like I said, Aaron, I think Joanne's game and her confidence level is definitely one up over Tony.
I would I would agree with that. She's been playing a little bit more consistently than what Tony has.
But I think Tony has the ability to be right up there.
We want to be supportive in our comments.
I'm telling you, these girls are monsters. They will play you, take your money, you will be glad to give it to them. They will rip your arm off and then beat you with it. These girls are beasts, and they can play. I will back them 100%.
I can tell you, I've known both these girls for a while. Both Joanne Ashton and Tony. They both play extremely well.
Yeah, Aaron, I know you understand that. Like I said, Tony is she's definitely more comfortable on a 9-foot table. That's where she kind of learned the game and stuff like that. But league here is always played on the bar box, and she does still love the game, regardless whether it's a 7-foot or a 9-foot. But definitely her strength is on a big table with a big stroke.
But you also have to consider the fact that Tony hasn't come out to play.
Yeah.
She doesn't play. She's just now kind of getting back into it, but she doesn't play.
Yeah, she's Tony is a very accomplished player. Pool is not her life.
Listen, Tony's gone down and done some damage in Vegas.
Damage.
So, I mean, as much as people want to be brave keyboard warriors and all those kinds of things, I'd like to see some respect shown for the ladies on the stream, and I will be somewhat assertive and protective because there's no need for negativity. There's no need for negative comments. If we can't keep it positive, we got a ban button that I will utilize. So I'll give one warning, and that's now. Keep it positive. I don't care whether it's a Masters lady player. I don't care if it's a C player. We all started at the bottom, and we're working our way to the top.
You can just go like not like go like that, like putting shades on the whole time. I'm like, I know I put on here.
You know, all the regular viewers on Q Sports Live know exactly how I operate. I'm a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. I like to bring a little sizzle to our commentary. I like to add a little bit of flavor to it, but I have really no tolerance at all for any negativity. I don't like it, and I won't tolerate it. Wow. Wow, what a shot. What a shot. Joanne Ashton. That was a crazy back cut with shape on the 10 ball. One more to go, and I'll tell you what, she got to shape the 8. You know what? I can remember Shane Van Boning being in Vegas as an up and coming type of player, but he hasn't been Shane Van Boning his whole life. Manuel, a bar box is a 7-foot table. We call them a bar box because typically that's what the tables are anytime you go into a bar in Canada or the States. Yeah, ain't that right, Paul? What a shot that was. Yeah, absolutely. Shane from South Dakota. I mean, the guy's always had skill, but there was a time when nobody knew who Shane Van Boning was. He was just another player. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Joanne worked hard in that rack. She had some really nice shots there, but taking the lead 5-1 over Tony Sakamoto. Tony comes to the table with ball in hand here. I favor her to get out here, even with the 8 ball where it is. That time was all throughout his league playing days. When he was, obviously he's been a highly skilled player for a long time, but there was a time where the world did not know who Shane Van Boning was. He wasn't born famous. Absolutely. Everybody misses once in a while. That's what makes us love this game, is the challenge of it. If it was easy and everybody could do it, it wouldn't be any fun. It is Tony Sakamoto who won the hot seat. She is trailing 5-1. So I do favor Tony to get out here. Yeah, they do make it look easy. I mean, you know what? You look at the U.S. Open 9 ball that just came to conclusion, and you've got Wu down on a shot and goes to get down into that shot and touches the ball with the tip of his cue. That's a $25,000 whoops. And even though Tony is down 5-1, you cannot count her out. The girl knows how to battle. So I am going to leave you in the hands of Miss Stephanie Toy here for just a quick minute, because a gentleman just walked into the room that I have to say hi to. So I have to go take a quick little break and say hi to my man, Stephen Halem. I will be back.
Sorry guys, I got distracted there having a quick little chat with Stephen. One more for Tony. What are we talking about here? Oh, U.S. Open.
I don't drink. Like, my boys bought me a drink. Too strong. Just a single. That's way better.
So it looks like, guys, we're just taking a quick little timeout. The girls are just going to take a quick bathroom break. Bathroom break.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
My lips are broken. So don't go too far. We'll be back just in a couple of minutes. while they're taking a quick break, we'll just flash this up here. This is that viewer advantage that we're talking about. The viewer advantage package is $20 per ticket, and with the $20, you get a coupon pack that's good for Jam Up promos, Robert Danielson, JB promo codes, all that kind of good stuff. You get a ton of good promo codes in this package, and with that, you get into the free draw for your choice of a Jacoby Black, a T3 jump break cue, or $620 Canadian cash. That is going to be drawn at the end of day tomorrow, so if you want in on that, I would urge you to do so right away. You can send your money into qsportslive@gmail.com. Yeah, guys, that US 9 ball was amazing. I have to admit, I am going through a little bit of withdrawal today. We've had it on all week on the laptop beside us here. It was slightly distracting, so I apologize if we were kind of in and out. My heart absolutely sank for Wu on that last set. I don't care who you are. You don't want to win like that. You don't want to lose like that. I felt like he was on a good roll, and if there was any time that he was going to run a 3-pack, it was going to be right then, and just what a terrible way to go out. Well, you will have to fill me in on that backstory, Aaron. Just it's kind of like, who you know and who gives you that information. You only see these guys from a surface, what's covered on social media and, oh, my friend ran into so-and-so and he was the biggest jerk, and you kind of take it for what it is, but knowing their actual personal story does make a big difference. I have to agree. I wish him all the best. He definitely deserves a good break. I couldn't imagine the disappointment he felt after just a little mistake like that. Hadn't done it all tournament. And your opponent is on the hill and just waiting for you to make a mistake. And that little, eighth of an inch move cost him the title.
Oh my God, it's snowing outside. Blizzard.
Oh gosh, guys, the snow has arrived. I just saw the door open and it is snowing. It's yucky outside. So definitely, if you're coming down to the Acadia Rec Center, make sure that you dress in layers. It was a little chilly in here this morning, but as the room fills up and players and teams are here all day, it is getting a little bit warmer in here.
Hello, beautiful. Are you thirsty? Need something to drink? Okay.
Thank you, Randy. As soon as Grant gets back, he will send you your tickets. Yeah, Filler is a monster in his own right, for sure. I always I gravitate towards the underdog, let's just say. You were supposed to break this rack? I don't think she heard you. So the question here is apparently this is supposed to be Joanne's break, and they kind of got out of sorts. And the wrong person broke and racked, or racked and broke. So they're just going to ask a referee what the official answer is to the wrong person racking and breaking. Yeah, and Wu made a ridiculous run the day before. That I don't even know if anybody's going to be able to replicate that stat. Yeah, I don't know if you heard Maureen, but Steven just arrived. He just set foot in the room. That's where Grant went. He just went to go have a few words with Steven, welcome him home, and kind of get the dish on the whole experience. Yeah, Manuel, I have to agree there. Like I was saying, I mean, I don't care who you are. You don't want to win or lose like that. I mean, if you get outplayed, that's one thing. If you make your own mistakes, that's another. But had that mistake had happened on any other game when Filler was not on the hill, I think it would have been easier. Just making that mistake and giving ball in hand to Filler when he's on the hill was, that was the nail in the coffin, right? I was actually thinking, I thought it was going to be an Asian winner, whether it was China or Taipei. But Filler is a machine. I was surprised actually that Shane didn't get a little bit further. I thought Shane was going to be closer to the finals. Yeah, he was down at 8, and next thing you know, you blinked and he was at 10, and I just felt like it was going to be one of those epic matches where Filler was stuck on the hill and, Wu makes a comeback and it's going to go hill, and it's going to be this clincher and everybody's sweating and where you could hear all the gasp in the room, but didn't go down that way. Instead, it was like a heartbreaker. And the rules are the rules. Like I said, Chris, it's not that I'm disagreeing with the rules. It was just the timing of that mistake. I feel like what a crappy time for that mistake to happen. Yeah. No, like I said, I don't disagree with the rules. It was just a heartbreaker. Anyways, back to this match here. Joanne's got control of this table, and she has an issue. She did give that 8-ball, 2-ball a little bit of a bump a couple shots ago, so open that up. That 8-ball does go. Ideally, that 8-ball goes to the bottom right. It will go into the left side too, but however, I think that's probably not her choice to put it there. That 9-ball is going to need some developing here, or she's going to have to bank out on it. she tried to come short side. Wow. Just short on the shape. What a great shot that would have been. Yeah, I heard that too, Nigel. But like Aaron says, it was in the print that once it got to the final 16, it was an all ball foul rule that comes into play. That would have been a great shot by Joanne there. I didn't even see her come short side on that 9 ball. And a great leave. Super strong game by Joanne today. She is bringing it. Tony's gonna have to catch a gear here. She's been playing from behind this entire match. I think Tony just needs to kind of make one of those amazing shots just to gain the confidence to get her through the rest of this final. Did she get there? I think she did. Great defensive play by Tony there too. No gimmies here. Neither one of these ladies is going to be giving it up to the other. Joanne's calling the left side. Looks like she is going 2 rails, kick the 9 into the left side. Oh yeah, you're right. 3 rails. I say corrected, James. Thank you. 3 rails. Left rail, top rail, right rail, kick the 9 into the left side. Did she just catch the horn? I missed it. She's standing right in front of me here. She did. Just caught the horn. Good try, though. Great try. So Tony's in a good position here. She's going to try and capitalize on this ball in hand that she just acquired from Joanne. Yeah, well, you'll hear both here, Aaron, but I always kind of horn is the first word that comes out of my mouth. This is the final, David. So Tony Sakamoto was the hot seat winner. Had a long day of pool yesterday. Joanne has come around and through the B side. So Joanne does have to beat Tony twice. And is on the hill first. I've heard that one too, Aaron. That one I have to say I do not prefer. It just feels yucky saying that word. I've heard that one. Yeah, I can't ever say I would ever use it. But horn and point are fairly common here. More horn than point, I would say. Another great defensive leave here by Tony. I feel like Tony's just not feeling very confident right now. She's double guessing herself. Hasn't had the chance to make a real good confident out, and I think that's affecting her game right now. Yeah, I got it, Aaron. G-rated is what we always aim for here. It doesn't always happen. Yeah, it doesn't always happen. The G-rated version doesn't always happen. Sometimes some bad words slip out. But we aim to keep it G-rated. One more ball in hand for Tony. Maybe this is the chance that she needs. Get one more on the board.
You got 13. Is that a good number? Could be lucky.
It is true, David. My husband's an exteriors guy. We've worked in construction for I don't even know how many decades now. We spend all of our free time in a pool hall, at tournaments. My trucker mouth is not. Let's just say my trucker mouth is on par. Yeah, I've heard the Jaws one too. Whoa. That is a big 8-ball. Right on the 50-yard line. She wanted to stop a little bit shorter. or go a little bit more. Those 50-yard lines hurt because you're there. You can taste the finish line. You're almost there. And when that happens, it's very deflating. Tony's going for the kick here. No go. Almost. Eight ball for the win here. First set. That's it. Okay, so guys, good news is we're going to the second set. And the bad news is we're going to a second set. So we're going to reset the scores. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break here. The girls are just going to go freshen up. We're going to shut down and restart, Grant says. We're going to be 5-10 minutes. So we'll do a quick restart, and we'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes to continue with this final. Don't go too far. It's a barn burner.